Seems legit.
Guys, let's meet my new laser. This is the Ortur Laser Master 3. My husband built it for me, which didn't actually take very long. It was actually pretty cool. And when we got it, it comes with this goodie, not the bowl. I've just put stuff in the bowl, but you get all these really cool things that we're about to play with. I'm going to show you how cool this laser is. I have done like true test things just off camera so that I made sure that I understood what was going on, and we are all good. So when you buy it, it comes in this nice box and it's all properly packaged, and then you get this like stuff. So I want to start with this because I think I'm really funny. So it's just a cute little kind of disc, and I'm going to put on it Tuit, T-U-I-T, because I saw this somewhere and I thought it was really funny. So we are going to frame it, and you can see how fast it moves. And on the front of it here, it's got a little kind of thing so that you can get the depth correct. And then it's got a little twisty part here, so you just untwist it, pull the thing down to make sure that it is the right depth, and then we just tighten it back up, put the little arm up, and I'll show you that better in a second. And then we're just going to frame the area. So I want it kind of there, I think. And so now we're going to laser it. So I'm doing 100% power at a speed 100 millimeters per second. I like to work in millimeters per second. So let's run this first one. I'd also like to point out I am wearing safety goggles. They come with these really nice ones. So it's nice and fast. I like the depth that 100% power and 100% speed gives, or 100 speed gives. It gives it deep, but not so deep that you'll break through it. I don't know, I just really like it. So it's got a built-in motor, and then once it's gone back in its idle corner for a little bit, it will actually turn off. So it's nearly done with that. So that was pretty quick. And then back into the corner, and then that fan will stop. So if I come and show you this up close, you can see that it's got a nice crisp burn, and I think it's deep enough. So my fingers can actually kind of get caught in it because it is nice and deep. I probably should have centered it a little bit better, but I just wanted to show you that. So that is now around to it, which I just think is really, really cool. So some other cool stuff that we get in here, and I thought this is my favorite. See, so the fan turns itself off after it's idle in the corner for a little while. And I really like that because it kind of quietens it down. It's not overheating and overrunning it or anything like that. So the second thing we're going to play with is this, because I love this. So you open it out and it's got like a little disc that you can engrave. I haven't really thought about what I want to put on it. I just thought it was really cute that it kind of hides and then comes out. So let's laser something on that. I'm just gonna pop it there for a minute. Actually, we might try something easier first. I am definitely doing that though, because I think it's awesome. What about a cute little wooden spoon? So it came with 2 wooden spoons. So the first thing I'm gonna wanna do is I'm just gonna move this out, and I'm gonna bring down this little part at the front. So let me bring you around so that you can see that better. So in the front here, you've got this little part here that pops down, and I can see that that won't go all the way out. So you're just gonna unscrew this little part at the corner, at the side, lift it up, bring it all the way down, and then let it rest on it, set it, and then pop it back up again. So now that is the correct height for this spoon. So I haven't really thought about what I want to put on it yet. So let's think of something now. Maybe whip it good. So I'm going to have to make it a smaller font than we just had. Oops. gonna slowly come back home, which will be down in this here corner. And you can set home to anywhere you like. This is just where I've got it set to. On my other laser, it's up in that corner. So you can just, you know, play with it a little bit. So now that it's come back home to the corner, we are going to frame. Oh, I was pretty close. Right, so frame. I think I'm gonna make the writing a bit smaller. Let's try again. And then I'm just going to use my point to put it right in the middle. So that's right where the middle's going to be. So that looks about right to me. So here's hoping. So we're going to hit start and off it goes. So again, the fan starts up. I've got it at the same settings as before because we are still doing wood. And then from this angle, it will say it the correct way. I might lose a little bit of a P. Should have probably maybe shrunk it down a little bit more, but it's done now. Why I make sure I've got an underboard. So this is the one I used way back when I got my first laser, and I've just flipped it over. So there we go. Look at good. And again, it's got a nice burn. Now there's no air assist plugged in. You can get one for it, but for lasering, it comes out really, really nicely. Now let's wait till that turns down. And we'll go into our bowl of goodies and pick something else. So it actually comes with a dog collar, which I thought this was just a brilliant idea. So not only do you get the dog tag, but you get an actual collar to attach it to. And it's got really cute, like, little dog bones on it. It'll fit like a medium dog. I don't think that'll fit Knuckles, but that's okay. The dog tag part will. Oh, I can take these glasses off now. So this is the fabulous dog tag. It's kind of got like a gold colouring to it. Now we are going to write Knuckles, because that's obviously my dog's name. And let's do a different font this time. Let's go with, I don't know, that one. That one's pretty. Okay, so now we need to change our settings to, I'm going to set it to 3 speed and so 3 millimeters per second speed and 100% power. Now let's just frame that. Oh, again, I got it close. But again, we're going to have to bring this down here and then readjust it for every little thing that we do. So let's pop that back up. And I want to put it right in the middle. So that's the middle there. So if I get the middle of everything. No, wait. No, that's right. Middle. I think that's pretty much in the middle. I hope so, at least. And then we'll frame it again to make sure that it's small enough. I might have to bring it down a little bit. Oops. Just a little bit. Let's try that. I'm pretty happy with that. So this time we're going to go, this will go slower. So let's give this a crack. So you can see it's going to move a lot slower this time, but I can see it's already made a mark, so I have picked the right settings for the metal. what I can say is I don't necessarily recommend doing this inside like I am, just because of the smell. But it's pouring rain outside, and I really wanted to play with the new laser. So we're doing it inside, and I've just got some incense going to counteract the smell of the burning. Not that it's too bad yet, but depending on what you do, it might get worse. So while that's going, let's just show you some other things that are in the kit. So I got these, which I assume are bookmarks, which are very cute. So they come in different colours, and you then, once you've lasered it, you then attach the little tassel. So I've got a couple of those here. I also got a small packet of wooden, like, dog tags, so that you could do gift tags for Christmas presents coming up. Or you could do, you know, tags on a bottle. If you were having an Alice in Wonderland themed party, these would be really cute to put drink me on, like, cute little tubs. So you get a packet of those. This I also am very excited about. So it's one of those 3D necklaces. This is going to take a lot of lining up, but that will look amazing. So again, I'll have the same settings as this to do that. We've got another bookmark. So these are blue metal with a red tassel. We got a coaster, which you could put a design in the middle. So I've got to think of something cool to put on that. But coasters are always fun and a really good gift too. We got a keyring bottle opener, and then on it as well. So this looks like it'd be perfect for a Father's Day gift, because it also comes with like little charms that are like mini tools on it. So you get a shifter, a hammer, and a screwdriver, and it's on black. So we will laser this a lot faster than that. The settings for this should be, I'm reckoning, 100% power and 70 millimeters per second. And what that should do is take off the black coating, leaving us with a silver. We also get this. This is very cool. So it is a business card holder. So you could put your business logo on the front, or your name, or something like that, and then you can put your business cards in there. We also got some aluminium business cards. So these are like very thin metal, and they're coated with a black. So what you do is you burn the black off. And I've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I've got 10 of those to do different designs. So if you have a business, you could put a QR code on here and then stick it to stuff, or give them out as business cards if you wanted something a little bit unique and different. They do have a coating on them, so you do have to pull the coating off, but I don't want to do it yet because the plastic is there to stop you scratching them. Because the whole point is to burn off the black, not scratch it off. And then we got these as well, which are more key rings, and then you can laser stuff in and slide it into the bottom. And then it looks like you put in the little, here, let's open it. So you get this cute little sparkly frame. And then we obviously open that out, which I don't want to do yet. And then you attach it to the key ring, so the little loop here will go in the top to prevent it from falling out, because you wouldn't be able to laser it when it was in this, so you laser it out and then slide it in the end. So that's another really cute little key ring. So these are all great gift ideas, as well as a great way to play with different things on your laser. So I decided to speed it up now that I've showed you all the stuff. Just so you can see that it's all happening. Alright, so that has come out really, really nicely. I actually got it pretty much in the center, which I was not expecting. So what I want to do now is grab some rubbing alcohol and a cloth. And we're just going to put a little bit on the cloth. And then we're going to wipe that to show you just how well it went. So you can be quite rough with this, but see how it gets rid of any kind of leftover residue and just leaves you with a beautiful tag. So that has actually gone quite dark, which I'm very impressed with. I really like that. So I've decided I want to do one of the fabulous bookmarks because I do love to read. So I'm going to actually write Sewing Mends the Soul. Now I think I've lined it up pretty well. I might just scooch it down a little bit. So the idea with this one is you want to line it up in the middle of the laser. So the best way I'm doing that is by looking. Alright, so let's try this. So this one's going to go much, much faster. Again, we need to make sure we put our goggles on. I also forgot to mention, these come with cool orange goggles, and it makes the light look white. Not that I stare at it, because it's still not good for my eyes. So off we go. I can see that it is changing colour. You might not be able to see it, but I can from here. And it might, again, just need a little bit of rubbing alcohol to become clearer. I also potentially have the wrong settings. I'm just guessing. It does look pretty good though. Whoa, and we're done. So without moving it, I'm just going to wipe it. Oh no, we're good. Right, so if I lift this up, I'll wipe it better. See how it says Sewing Mends the Soul? So then from there we can just add the fabulous giant tassel that it comes with. And I like that they've put a thing on the tassel so it doesn't get all messy. And see, and then it shuts down the fan. I really love that feature. A couple of other features it has actually are over here. These are two very important features. Just ignore my messy floor. So they have an emergency stop button, which I thought was super clever. So if you've accidentally wandered away because you got sidetracked by something and maybe something's on fire or, you know, something dangerous is happening, you do have an emergency stop button and it will instantly shut down. The other thing I really like is you can lock it to off so that even if it's sitting in the main room where all the kids are, without turning it to on and putting the key in, you actually can't use it. So it's an extra safety feature, and I really, really like that. And there's my tassel. I love that. That's fabulous. So yeah, now to turn it off and on, you just have to hold the button for like 3 or 4 seconds, and then it will turn itself off. And then the same thing when you want to turn it back on, and it will flash, and now it's ready. So if you just hit the button, it actually won't do anything. It's currently moving because it's going back to home, because I've got my program to set it to home every time I turn it on and off. But if you just click the button, it beeps at you. It doesn't actually do anything. And I like that. So that's both off and on. The next thing we're going to do is my logo, which is technically a picture and not words. So we're going to have to set it first because it will be way too short. So we're just going to unscrew this bit, lift it back up, set it to there, pop that back up, and then I need to frame it again. That looks pretty good. Let's try it again. I really just like to double check my framing. Don't ever be ashamed to have to do it more than once. So now we're going to do a picture. So again, coated metal, so I'm at a 70 millimeters per second with 100% power. You can laser with less power. I just like using all of it, I guess. This is not the most pleasant smell. So if you do want to have your laser inside, I do maybe suggest a cage or put it near a window or have a fan or something going. The lines come out really, really crisp on it. I'm very impressed. I don't know a lot about lasers, but this one works very well, very nicely. I'm not at all disappointed with how it's working out. So this is technically a picture file, not just words, because it's always good to check pictures and lettering. Very not a great smell though. And then quickly back to its corner. So again, old cloth, just a little bit more of this, and then let's wipe off any residue. I can also take my glasses off so I can see better. So I found that alcohol is one of the best ways to clean up anything that you've lasered. But that has come out really clear. So it's left all the little gaps. So there's even a tiny gap between the S. So its precision is amazing. I really love how that's come out. And so now that's a business card holder for my bag. Let's do one of the little tags and see how good the tiny little writing. So on this I've got 2, 4, 6, 8 lines of writing on this tiny little tag. Let's see how clear it is once we're done. Okay, so you can see that I have sped it up just so that you can see, but look how clear that is. I can read all of that. I did actually think there was a typo, but it's just the way the font is with the apostrophe. But I can read what that says. I know I keep moving it, sorry about that. But it is really, really clear for tiny little writing. And you can see how thin the wood is. So I actually left it on the aluminium settings of 70 millimeters a second and 100% power. You could always as well slow it down if it went a little bit blurry, but I think that come out brilliantly.